Hey, what's up, my fellow weirdos? This week I'm painting the details onto a leather bag I started. I'm using Angela's brand acrylic leather paint. It feels just like painting with regular acrylic paints, but it dries even faster. I don't like to water down these paints because it makes the paint apply streaky and kind of unpredictable, but I do still mix the colors together to create lighter and darker tones. I like to start with the darker tones, so here I'm starting by painting the background squares a really dark brown. This makes the natural skin tone of the leather really pop out and still look natural since it's not pure black. Leather is really similar to tattooing because wherever I apply the leather dye or paint, it will stain it immediately, and there's no going back. The pores in the leather really soak up the colors. You can either use leather dye or acrylic leather paint to color leather. The dye is water or alcohol based, so it's very liquidy and it stains everything it touches, very easily. The acrylic paint is thicker and easier to control as you apply it, kind of like normal paint. I'm really used to only using the traditional leather dyes. Since leather dye seeps into the leather like a hair dye, the color doesn't ever wear away. But I'm curious to see how the acrylic paint holds up over use, especially because I've never used this type of paint before on leather. Fingers crossed that it's just as durable and doesn't scratch off. Also, since it's so easy to stain the edges and tops of areas that shouldn't be colored, I do have a technique that will help. Holding the brush at a 45 angle or less against the leather will make it easier to get into the corners and edges without missing or overpainting on the top. I have to admit, this design was super monotonous to paint, but it was really relaxing and satisfying to see it come together. I was so happy to be done with the darker brown tones and move on to the golden tones. First I did a warm medium brown as the midtones to blend out the contrast and make it all look smoother. Then finally, the best part was putting the shimmering gold accent colors into the leaves. What do you think of the final outcome? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for new videos every single Monday. See you next week!